In the history of independent Ukraine, Dnipro Cargo Limited company for the last 20 years became and still remains the only foreign investor at Kherson seaport, April 1998. The similar named British company creates Dnipro Cargo Limited in Ukraine. The goal is creation and management of grain handling facility in Kherson. May 12, 1998, Kherson Seaport, British and Ukrainian company Dnipro Cargo Limited concluded an agreement on cooperation and started the construction of grain terminal at the rear of berth number 6. Total investment of both parties is nearly $3.5 million that are shared equally. Every path has its own beginning. Let's go back to August 1999. The terminal of Dnipro Cargo Limited company was put into operation. The type of services is food cargo handling, mainly grains and its processed products. Started with the transshipment of 140,000 metric tons per year. At the present day, the number is completely different. For 19 years of terminal exploitation, Dnipro Cargo Limited company exported more than 4.5 million tons of grain cargo. On average, the annual cargo turnover of complex joint activity is 280,000 tons. The director of Dnipro Cargo Limited company is Viktor Soha. He differs by scientific and circumstantial approach to any issues, very attentive to details. He possesses the ability to focus properly, identify priorities while solving difficult issues, very consistent in achieving the goals set, very demanding for himself and his employees. At the same time, he shows humanity and kindness towards his surrounding. In separate years, we reached the maximum turnover mark, more than 500,000 tons per year. The loading speed on seagoing vessels is 4,000 tons per 24 hours. The terminal of the company accepts the seagoing vessels with a capacity up to 12,000 tons. We process over 60 ships annually. The terminal is located in the immediate vicinity of agricultural infrastructure of the region. Grains are delivered to Kherson Seaport by railway and road transport. 3 floor storages of Dnipro Cargo Limited terminal with a total capacity of 28,000 metric tons allow to storage up to 5 types of grains at the same time. The terminal is equipped with modern continuously operating weighing systems for any types of transport, as well as their own modern laboratory. It is well known that the course is determined by characters. The U-Port Group of Companies Board of Directors Chairman Dmitry Zhminko differs with a strategic view of business development perspectives, ability to combine the economic benefit of the company with a reasonable level of his employees' prosperity. As a top manager, Dmitry Zhminko has a talent to recruit the necessary specialists, join and motivate the team for set aims and goals. Stable, professional, united staff of Dnipro Cargo is one of the key factors, if not the major factor, in company's success. The basis of our team originate from Kherson Seaport, from the dockers up to top managers. The average salary of company employees is 15,000 hryvnia. The average monthly salary fund is over 500,000 hryvnia. Every worker of the enterprise is protected by the collective agreement and being provided with the social package guarantees. The cargo transshipment technology of Dnipro Cargo Limited allows to work with any grain, bean and oilseed crops, as well as their processed products in partial execution mode. The company is pioneer in marine shipment of organic production to the European market. The customers are attracted by the high-quality service, safety of quality and amount of cargo while transportation and storage, vehicle processing speed, amongst the main cargo owners that are working on the company's terminal. To say that 20 years of activity were going great would be understatement. All those years it was a work in the permanent crisis conditions. But it is the fact that at Dnipro Cargo Limited the crisis is considered as new possibilities. If one door closes, the other opens. Didn't manage to increase the storage capacity at Kherson port, expanded their geographical coverage. At the present day, the U-Port group of companies, which includes Dnipro Cargo, provides their services to customers at the two ports of Ukraine. The growing competition and active building of deep water terminals, depth limit at Kherson Seaport, inspired Dnipro Cargo to shift their focus from mass grain crops to transshipment of unique niche. For 19 years of terminal exploitation, the Kherson Seaport was paid off more than $6 million profit from joint activity. Besides that, port administration received over $5 million of port fees. 85 million hryvnia, which is roughly $8 million taxes and fees, were paid to the budgets of all levels. Victoria Safronova, Financial Deputy Director at Dnipro Cargo Limited Company, charismatic, a manager who possesses flexibility in thinking and intimate knowledge in financial management, very attentive to the employees, supports the company's vital activity balance. The company staff is quite small, 67 people, but they are thoroughly selected high-quality specialists. The cargo turnover and financial indicators of the company, and in general, the joint activity is an evidence of staff effectiveness, well-chosen work strategy and company development. It can be said that the reward for successful decades is the company itself. Even though 20 years passed since the company was created, the potential still hasn't been fully revealed. The lack of balanced legislation in marine economy complex, equal conditions of competition, persistent clear rules for all participants of the market slow down the development of maritime and river shipping in Ukraine in general and Dnipro Cargo in particular, and it needs to be solved at the state level. But today we're speaking about life and activity, about optimism and dynamic development, under any conditions and circumstances, about synthesis of traditions and newest technologies, innovative solutions. It should be reminded that Kherson Seaport is 240 years old and Dnipro Cargo only 20. And starting as a modest project, nowadays in the master plan of port development, the company looks as one of the modern complexes for processing grain cargo, not only in Kherson region, but in Ukraine generally. Global food products market needs amounts, the demand is increasing, the standards get raised, and that means that Dnipro Cargo has a lot of work to do, systemic and painstaking, with a vision to the future. We're planning the geographical extension of marine shipping in cooperation with a group of companies U-Port to organize the additional loading of heavy cargo ships in the harbor of Port Achakov, the renewal of loading equipment, storage reconstruction in terminal, participation in competition under the concession with Kherson Maritime Port in order to increase and renovate the terminal, increasing the cargo turnover and improving the quality of service for the clients. The company is focused on the future. As you don't choose the times, the 20-year experience of Dnipro Cargo Limited proves that you live and act.